I've been running a business in the fitness industry for the past 5 or so years now, and I've been on my own personal fitness journey for probably the last 8 to 10 years. And I want to make this video as kind of like a little rant about what I've seen in the fitness space as of more recently that I think is just, I really don't like. And I'm hopefully going to save some of you from spending time, effort, energy, and money in the wrong areas when it comes to getting in the best shape of your life, losing fat, building muscle, and just ultimately like stepping into that version of you that you know you can be, and just overall self-improvement. In the last 5 years, and even just me running this business, I know, because once again, there's tactics and things that I use to market myself online to get me clients, because I'm a one-on-one coach. Like, I help men lose fat, build muscle, all those things, create a better mindset. And in this video, I'm not trying to sell you anything at all. I'm just trying to wake you up to this fact that there is a lot of coaches, influencers, and people online that are trying to sell you either what their way of thinking or sell you a certain product, supplement, or something along those lines. What you need to understand is that, one, these are not all scammers. Not everyone is just trying to scam you, but you need to understand that just because they are trying to say this is how things are doesn't necessarily mean that's the case. And you could probably look at this video and be like, hey, this guy could just be doing the same thing to me. But obviously you could take everything I say with a grain of salt, but just hear me out. In the last decade, if not like even longer, there has not been anything about how your body loses fat, builds muscle, or gets in shape that has changed from a science standpoint. The way thermodynamics work, the way calorie deficits are how you cut and lose fat, and how calorie surpluses are how you gain weight and gain muscle, and maintenance phases is how you maintain weight. Like, those things have not fundamentally changed as of recent. The way hypertrophy workouts work and how building strength works, all of these things, although yes, there's studies here and there that come out that maybe tweak things slightly, really hasn't changed the overall theme of how these things actually take place. The only thing that has changed is that more and more people are marketing and trying to sell you different things that just have like cool names. They'll just try to sell you the name of this certain diet or this name of this certain program. And they're like, oh, it's metabolic priming and that's what you need to be doing. It's this and that. And it's like, they are just trying to label it so it sounds cooler than it actually is, but it's literally the same thing at the base of it. The root of all of these things are the exact same. Calories in, calories out, macros, micronutrients, strength training, like hypertrophy workouts, like all of these things are relatively the same. And that's why I want to share this with you, because chances are, if something you see online sounds too good to be true, it likely is too good to be true, especially when it comes to your fitness. If there's a new method, a new diet, if there's a new supplement that you see someone post online that is claiming to do XYZ, and they have even if they have testimonials about it, it doesn't necessarily mean that it is true and that is how things work. Chances are, like, I mean, obviously as humans, there's evolution, like we are evolving, but the chances that fat loss and the way it works changes anytime recent, like, it's likely not going to happen in our lifetime. We're going to continue to be creatures that need calorie deficits to lose weight, calorie surpluses to gain weight, and hypertrophy workouts to build muscle. Like, these are going to be staying the same and consistent for, if I had to guess, as long as either of us are going to be alive. So you need to get through your head that if something sounds too good to be true, probably steer away from it. There's a reason why, if you go through my page here on YouTube or even my page on Instagram, I post a lot of the same or similar content about the basics. Because these basics, although they don't sound as sexy as like intermittent fasting or like all these cool different names and then like flashy titles, they work. They freaking work. And we have tons and tons of testimonials to prove it. But once again, like I said, you can't even believe that all the time. Just do it yourself, and I guarantee you, like I promise you, they will work. The basics as far as being in a calorie deficit to drop weight, as far as making sure that you're prioritizing usually 80% whole foods. Yes, you can have a little bit of wiggle room with 20% or even 10 to 20% of non-whole foods that aren't as quality, but it allows you to enjoy life a little bit. Making sure that your strength or resistance training 3 to 5 times a week, getting in around 8 to 10,000 steps a day, even more if you can, getting in just some general cardio to help with overall health, getting a good night's rest, getting and staying hydrated. All of these things that you hear all the time that are so boring, you overlook them for these other flashy things, because it almost is like in a lot of your heads. I get it. I was in the same spot once. I was like, it can't be that easy. It can't be that obvious and that easy. Otherwise, why would there be coaches? Why would there be trainers? Why would there be all these different things online if it was so easy? And that's the thing, is it's not easy. It really isn't. But it is simple, and you need to understand that. All of these things that you're looking at, your training, your nutrition, your recovery, if you are not seeing results right now within your health, it is because you're falling short in one of those 3 areas. It could be all 3 of them, little bit by little bit, or it's just one of those areas that you're falling short in, and that is causing you to not be able to see the results you're looking for. Any point in time that you question, why am I not seeing results? First, look at your consistency, because literally nothing will work if you are not consistent with it. And I think a lot of people underestimate what consistent actually looks like. What that looks like is it's not just, oh, Monday through Friday I'm consistent, and Saturday and Sunday I can do whatever I want because of balance. No, it's making sure that every single day you understand that your health and your body always keeps a tab. Whether it's the weekend, whether it's not the weekend, whether you've been good or whether haven't been good, your body always keeps a score, and you need to understand that. Now, moving away from that, all of these different things you see online, all these different coaching programs, like supplements or new workouts or exercises that seem really, really cool and look all flashy. Like, I mean, there's crazy shit these days. You see people in baby oil and they're doing like sit-ups while like bench pressing, while doing like backflips and like just tons of crazy shit. Chances are it's actually not going to really get you to where you want to be. The basics as far as strength training, holy smokes, like a race car just went by or something. All these different things, those are the things that actually are going to move the needle forward. So right now, if you are not seeing progress within your fitness, within your health, I want you to take an honest note. Grab a pen and paper, put it in your notes app on your phone, whatever you got to do. Are you consistently showing up at least 80% of the time doing 3 to 5 days a week of weight training and workouts? Whether you want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger or not, those things, that's important for overall health. Like, I'm not even saying that because like I love weightlifting or anything. I'm just saying it because it's necessary. 3 to 5 days a week of weight training. Are you getting in? I'll even make it a goal. If you're getting at least 5 to 10,000 steps a day, are you actually making sure that you're drinking enough water? Yes, a lot of you walk around chronically dehydrated. Are you making sure to get at least, yes, I said at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep at night? On top of that, are you consistently not even like necessarily tracking your calories, but being conscious of the foods you're putting in your mouth every single day, including the little bites you take of your kids' food, maybe if you have kids, or including the little pizza you had after you went out for drinks with the guys, all of the things. Are you taking an account? And be honest with yourself if that's happening. If the answer is no, then there is nothing other, there's no problem, there's no, oh, I need this supplement or this new training thing or this new diet. It's, you need to realize that you just aren't consistent enough. Regardless of what diet you're doing, regardless of what you're trying, you just aren't consistent enough. You don't show up enough for yourself to even complain or look for something else. You need to. And I'm always honest, even with our clients that we have, like, if they're in our program, they're like, oh, I'm not seeing results. I'm like, dude, you wouldn't see results in any program right now. You haven't done a thing. If you haven't done a workout, if you haven't even tried to do those things, then you wouldn't be, no program, no exercise, no supplement, no nothing would work for you. You need to realize that that is the name of the game. You just need to show up and actually do the things. As crazy as that sounds, I know. But here's an even bigger problem. I think the reason why a lot of you stay out of shape is, once again, because there's so much information being thrown at you 24/7. There's a new post on social media every single time you scroll. There's a new, oh, this is how you lose fat. Oh, this is how you do this, or this is how you do that. And you just kind of get like chicken with its head cut off. You're like, going all these different spots, and you never stay true to one plan and just execute on that at a very high level. And I think that is where we have a big, almost a new epidemic is the reason why people are still staying out of shape or getting more out of shape is because not that they don't have tons of information, it's that they have almost an abundance of information that isn't always good, because sometimes that causes analysis paralysis, where you're constantly analyzed. You're like, I don't know what's right, what's true, what's false, like what actually even works, like what is true and what's not, is someone just trying to sell me something? And a lot of people get into that space, and I get it, man. There's a lot of different stuff on the internet these days, but please, just always keep in mind, if it sounds too good to be true, it likely is too good to be true. And chances are, if it's something that is new, the science hasn't changed recently. So it's probably not new. It's probably they're just labeling it as something new, so that way it looks cool and you buy it, or you buy into that way of thinking, or whatever it actually is they're trying to get across to you. So use this video as your wake-up call that there is a lot of information out there, and there's a lot of videos online. The basics continue to work. They do. No matter which way you cut the pie or whatever you do, they will continue to work time and time again. And once again, I'm telling you this because I wish I had this when I was my younger self, because fortunately when I started my fitness journey, Instagram was not nearly as crazy and chaotic, or YouTube was not nearly as crazy and chaotic as it is now, where there's thousands of people and creators trying to make stuff. I didn't have as much of that. I didn't really like go on social media, but I know a lot of you watching this get hit with it every single day. And if I were in your same shoes, I would want someone to make a video like this for me to say like, hey, like if you were consistently doing these things, you're on the right path, keep doing it. Don't look at these other flashy things and go on the next diet or the next this or the next that. It's like, no, try to focus on those basics and just keep showing up day in and day out. Analyze of that, like take notes, track the data. And if you're not seeing the results, then cool, go back to the data, see what's going on. Are you not consistent enough? Is there something else that you need to tweak? Is there something with your nutrition, your training, your recovery that you need to tweak? And then make those tweaks and then keep going. That is literally it. Like that is the honest truth of like how fitness works. And it really isn't, once again, it's not overly complicated. It is simple, but it doesn't mean it's easy, because if it were easy, obviously everyone would be in shape these days, but it's just not the case. But it is 100% simple, and you need to stop overcomplicating it or thinking that it's harder than it has to be. Because most of you, once again, look for something else. You say, oh, it can't be that easy, Craig. You're gonna hear this entire video. You're like, oh, that all makes sense. But like, it can't be that easy. Like that's not me. Like I'm actually missing something. Like it's something else. I know it is. And then you go and keep doing that loop and loop and loop and loop and loop. It's not. You don't need any more information. You don't need it at all. Like if you do, I mean, you can comment on this video. You can literally like ask me any question you want and I'll answer it. I'll help you out. And then you can get going in the right direction. But you likely don't need any more information. You need to take action with the current information you already know and not get flashy object syndrome and go to the next diet, the next supplement, the next this or that. You need to focus on the basics that actually continue to work time and time and time again. And I will never sell my soul to the internet. And trust me, this video, like it might not get any views. I will not try to make crazy videos or claims about like, oh, all of this is trash or all of that's trash. You see people in the grocery store aisles now where they're like have no shirt on, they're like saying vegetables are bad for you, or they're saying like meat is bad for you, or this is bad for you, and like they just do it for clicks and views. I will never do that. I won't. Because at the core, I'm not an influencer. I'm not trying to get views. I'm a coach, and I coach my clients to the highest level that I know how. And I also want to hopefully make videos like this to help you guys not go down that path and get like blindsided. Because trust me, you can go online and find any video. You can find a video that says water is not good for you. You can find a video that says vegetables aren't, says anything about it, says exercising is not good for you. You can find literally a video for anything. But just remember, stay true that the basics that have been here forever will likely never change. And you know that. So just do those things and just stay really consistent at that. That's all being advanced is. It's being very good at doing the basics consistently for longer than most people ever will. That's literally the only way I got to where I am, is because I just did the basics that everyone knows more consistently and longer than the average person will do it. And that's all it takes. So hopefully you got some value out of this little rant I had. It really does upset me that there's so many coaches, fitness influencers, and people pushing supplements and pushing their freaking code and saying, oh, use code Craig at checkout for this supplement that I don't even actually use. Like, use this, like this helps me lose fat. It's like, no, like the basics work for a reason. That's also why I never really push any supplements on you guys. I never really push any different like codes or buy this thing or do this thing, because the basics continue to work and they always will, unless, like I said, for some reason as humans we evolve, which I don't see happening in our lifetime. So be sure to click like, subscribe. You can click the bell notification if you want to get more updates. I'm going to do more raw videos like this in the future because I just think it's good. I just can kind of come out here on my balcony, get my head clear, and just kind of do little speeches like this because I think you guys need it. I think you need it. I think you guys are tired of the flashy like videos and the non-stop just like attention grabbing stuff. And you need someone that just is going to be raw and real with you and help you get to your goals.